Hey there guys, Jackie the Man 58 here, and I am making this video to talk about the boss fight of Oondasta. I have watched the video of WoW Hopes trying to take it down, and they did it with two tanks, and they failed badly, but he made some extremely good points. So I decided to read through the boss abilities. So Crush is an extremely strong attack against tanks, so I don't think I can tank it here, because one of Crush will instantly kill me unless I have reduced damage. This would be a great thing. The most hardy challengers, I believe that will either be the one with the most threat or the one doing the highest DPS. But I think it will be a tank alert, and when casted on someone that's not a tank, I think the tank should instantly taunt it and grab back the threat before the thing ravages through. The Frill Blast is the most dangerous ability out of all of them. It will instantly wipe the raid, but there's one hole on this ability, is that it only attacks the players, it damages the players in front of the boss, which means while fighting the boss, the tank must tank the boss away from the entire raid and having the whole raid behind him. And I believe the best will be one tank tanking him in front, and I think we'll need about 3 to 4 tanks behind, and one tank's tanking him in the front away from the raid. And as he casts the spell, the main tank dies. The second tank, mark the tank with numbers, the second tank takes the threat, while healers combat res the main tank, having him going behind him. Repeat the process, and I believe that'll be fine to take down the boss. But I have seen a video, the boss is extremely large, and I believe kiting him will be extremely difficult, and I heard he does despawn when you get near the end of the tar pit, so we have to be careful. This one is just the all damage stack, and Piercing Roar is going to be pretty difficult for the healers. When casting, I'm pretty sure the players will have to make sure they're not casting a spell, and before the spell is casted, I believe protection spells is to set up on the tank, because the tank have to survive for 10 seconds without healing from the healer. And yeah, and I believe this to avoid this spell, the best way to do it is just the raid is spread out behind the boss. And if a player is targeted by the spell, because obviously I haven't fought it yet, if a player is targeted by the spell, separate him away from the raid. It's best for one player to die rather than the entire raid to wipe. And so, as you can see here, as for the layout of the raid, I would most likely having a tank tanking the boss standing here, with the boss standing here, while the rest of the raid spread out on a tar pit across this area, and with the healers standing a bit closer but away from each other in case all of the healers die. And as for the raid size, I think it would be best for 40 men to take down the boss, due to the fact we will need large amount of healers and tanks, because the boss this ability does do a lot of damage, and it will be significantly more easier with more people, and more DPS, the faster the boss goes down, and less pressure on the tanks and healers. And I'm still waiting for the boss to respawn today. Well, we can't fight him like this. It'll be instant wipe for everybody because there's too much elite mobs around. For now, I can only talk about what I think of the boss tactics and what I think can be done against the boss. So the keys are tanking the boss this way while the rest of the raid spread out behind the boss, and the boss switching to the front each time Frill Blast is casted. And I believe that to tackle against Crush, I think the best way to tackle against Crush is switching between bosses as well, tanks as well, which means you'll need at least 4 tanks. Because I'm not sure about the cooldown of Frill Blast, you could cast it a lot and it will be devastating for the raid. So yeah, if I am to organize a group for this boss, I personally recommend a group of 4 tanks, 10 healers at least, and more ranged DPS rather than melee, just in case. Alright, thanks for watching for this episode of Jack's raiding tactics for Oondasta. And if you like the video, make sure to hit the like and favorite button. And if you wish to see more, subscribe. And I'll make more videos on the boss fight when he's here. And I'll see you guys next time.